So we're going to do a full edit on this. It's going to be quite quick. I didn't do too much to this. So this is my Camera Raw file. I'm just going to open it up in Photoshop. And the first thing I always do is any cloning, and there's just a little bit of dark piece of grass there I don't like. So I'm just going to go see what Content Aware does. So that's almost fine. Let's just move it over. There we go. I'm not going to crop my image. I'm going to go to my spot healing brush tool. So there's nothing majorly wrong with her skin. And we're going to do skin smoothing anyways. So that's about all I'm going to do there. So with our skin smoothing, we're going to go Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. It's on 30.5. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to set that to screen, and I'm going to take that right down to about 11–12%. Just because she has got darker skin and she's already quite light. So I'm just going to Ctrl J to duplicate that layer again. I'm going to set it to darken at 50%. I'm going to press Shift. I'm going to select the two layers, Ctrl G to group them. I'm going to add a layer mask, Ctrl I to invert it, and then with the white brush I'm going to just go and paint over her skin. And I have mentioned in the other videos, your left and right bracket key makes your brush bigger and smaller. And also not to go over any areas of detail. Because it has got blur to it. Okay, I think that's, I'm going to take that opacity down to 80%ish. Alright, I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to go to my color picker tool. I'm going to go onto my background layer because I need to select from her skin. I'm going to take it about there. I'm going to go click on my swatch here. And within the same tonal range again, I'm going to just choose a lighter color. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go back onto my new layer we created. I'm going to press Alt Delete to fill it. I'm going to change that to soft light and take it down about 30%. Add a layer mask, Ctrl I to invert it, and with the white brush I'm just going to go paint on her face. And that's just for a skin tone. Okay, so I'm just going to go paint all over her skin. I'm going to take that still down to maybe 25%. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm going to go do my dodge and burn, so I'm going to add a new layer again. Edit, fill with 50% grey. Put it on soft light. I'm going to Ctrl J to duplicate that layer. I'll call this one dodge. I'm going to put it on 15% for now. And this one burn. Also on about 15% for now. I'm going to adjust that opacity. So with dodge we want our white brush, so we're just going to press D and X to get our white. And again, I'm just going to go and paint where naturally light was falling on her face. She's already got a hot spot here, so I'm not going to go over that. Under the eye, cheek, upper chin, go above the lip, on the arm. Alright, I think that's about it. So it's a bit much again. I'm going to take it down to maybe 6%, 8%. Alright, so burn, I'm going to take my black brush. I'm just going to go and burn where the skin would be darker. And her jawline, I'm going to go over her hair as well. Over the nose. Okay. So I'm going to take that down to about 9–10%. Alright, I'm just going to shift, Control G to group them. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the eyes. So I'm going to work on a stamp visibility layer. So it's Alt, Control, Shift and E. I'm going to zoom right in. I'm going to go filter, filter, sharpen, smart sharpen, 98%. Okay. Add a layer mask, Control I to hide it. And with the white brush, I'm going to go and paint on her eyes and just sharpen the eyes a bit. They are a bit soft because I shoot at 2.8. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. Then I'm going to, so you can see her eyes are brown. I just want to bring out the brown a little bit more. So I'm going to go to color balance. And I'm going to take my cyan, I'm going to add a bit of red to it, so about 13. And I'm going to add some yellow. And I'm just looking at her eyes, I'm not looking anywhere else. I'm going to my layer mask, Control I to invert it. And with my white brush, I'm just going to go brush on to bring the brown out. So that might be a bit much, but always remember to zoom back into your picture. Look at it from far. So that looks fine. And I'm going to go back onto my working layer here. I'm going to go to my dodge tool and I'm just going to dodge the catch light over there, a little bit of catch light that there is. Alright, and another thing that I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to take my burn tool. I'm just going to go and burn and define the eye area a bit. So you can just see how that makes the eyes pop a bit more. From close up anyways. But remember, if they print the pictures, you are going to see this. Okay. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and add a bit of color balance. Just going to go add a little bit of red, maybe 6%, and I'm going to put that on top. No. And I'm just going to select my black brush, take it off my subject, because remember, I don't want to add any red or any warm tones onto darker skin. So I'm going to take it off Abu. And remember to look at your layer mask so that you can see if you've missed areas. Okay, I'm going to create a curves layer. I'm going to bring that down. And again, I'm just trying to darken the background a bit. And I'm going to take it off her. And you do want to be careful because you will definitely see it if you go over, and you don't want to create any fringing. So I'm just taking it off her skin and leaving it on the background. Alright. I'm quite liking that. I'm just going to go say layer. I'm going to go to my gradient. Okay. So I've got my black to nothing really. I'm going to select radial. I'm going to say reverse. And I'm just adding a little bit more of a vignette, a bit cleaner. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to bring my opacity down again. And again, I'm going to take it off her. So it's probably a bit dark right now. I'm going to adjust that opacity. In fact, for this one, I'm going to just create more of a vignette here. And I am going to take that down quite a lot, 33%. So I like that. And I think that's really all that I'm going to do to this image. I might just go do a levels adjustment. Bring in a bit of contrast. Okay. About 83%. And I might go to levels, add in a little bit of black again. And I'm going to Control I to invert that. And with the white brush, I'm going to try paint over her dress just to bring out a little bit more richness. Oops, can you see how I went over there? Let's go back. Oh, it is actually there. Let's just check. Oh yes, it's just in shadow. Alright, so white brush, I'm going to go paint over her dress just to bring some richness and contrast into that. I'll take that down 40%. Okay, and that's really all I'm going to do to this image. So we're going to go to the top. That's the before where we started, and there's the after. Before and after.